Hi guys, welcome to this video about file search. Search a text in a file or in files in a folder. So that happens usually when you are programming. Let's say you are doing some web development and you need to find out in which file something is. Like you have a Java script and you don't know if it's in the footer or header or in index file or whatsoever. So you cannot just open the file and go into that and press Ctrl F and search for a text. So you need something which is able to search through a whole folder. So how can we do that with just the Windows 10 Explorer? Of course, you could download something like the Microsoft Visual Studio. As far as I know, it's free. A lot of people are using that. This thing has the capability to do that as well. But sometimes if you're just doing every now and then a little bit of online development or coding, then you probably won't need that. You maybe are working just with Notepad++, something like that, and the only thing where you need a little bit more search power, it's not worth to download such a thing. Just if you need a little bit more search power. So what can you do when we go back to this sample setup? Here I have this folder and I have two files. I have a test text where I have this 777 as a content, and I have the test.php, which has basically the same content. You can't see it because in the preview does obviously not support PHP files, but it has exactly the same content. I can go to edit and you will see it has exactly the same content. So let's say we are looking for this 777. We have just two files. It's easy to find out, but if you have hundreds of files, then it's not so easy. It's just a test. So we enter here, that's the search field here, and we enter 777. And of course it's not able to find because it is only looking for file names and file properties. So if we look for test, it will find both files because they have test in the name and test as well in the directory name. So what can we do to activate this search that it finds the content within these files? There's one thing we can do. We can type content and double point, and of course it's not test. We are looking for the 777, and as you can see, it finds the one file test.txt, but not the other one. So why is that? So here's the thing, what you have to do is you just press the Windows key, or you click on this icon here, and then you type index, and then you see the indexing options. You click on that, and here you have different possibilities. You can click on modify. That means you're modifying the locations. So here you can see there are no locations basically on C and D drive, and you can open that like normal Explorer, and you pick the files or the directories which you want to have indexed by default. You then just click on that. I don't do that. It takes a lot of time, space, and after that CPU, of course. you don't want to do that for everything, because yeah, again, as I said, it takes some CPU, not only now, but every time you update something, it has to update the index. And of course, yeah, it will use some space. According to Microsoft, maybe about 10% of the original space. You have to be aware of that. If you are short on space, you better don't do that, especially if you have a SSD on a C drive, something like that. Okay, I don't change that. It's just, yeah, you click on that and you select whatever you want. I close this. I don't continue with that. So for me, more important is the advanced tab. Here and here the file types. So the thing is, why did it index the txt file and not the PHP file? So when we can just type, there's no search field or something like that. We type txt and it goes to txt file, and we see it's checked and it says index properties and file content, and that's the thing. So for a lot of these entries it says index properties only. We can scroll down and as you can see, for most of them it says index properties only. Just for some of them it says, yeah, or is it more? Yeah, I don't know, maybe 50%, hard to tell. No, I think the majority is index properties only. That means the file name, maybe the size last changed, and so on. Yeah, so, and let's now go to the PHP. We type PHP. Why didn't it find that? Let's try again. PHP. Yeah. There's something wrong with that. I don't know, maybe I typed it wrong. Whatever I do, we will find that. Yeah, I think it was just a typo from my side. So anyway, usually when after installing the Windows, there won't be an entry for the PHP. There will only be an entry for PHP 3. So what can you do? You add the extension here. You just type PHP and then you add it. And I don't know what happened now. I don't think it added a second entry. It just realized that it already exists. So if it doesn't exist, just write PHP here and then add. So here I have already done this, and yeah, of course it's important that you check this and you set this on index properties and file content, and then it will say it needs some time to rebuild the index, but we should be able to close that soon. Yeah, it's still doing. Yeah, we'll let it. Okay, we have been able to do that. So now, it's still building the index, and I'm not sure if it will find this. We refresh that. Yeah, looks like maybe Windows gave some priority to Explorer windows which are already opened, and it builds up the index first where you are already located. And you have seen with just the refresh, now it came up also with this thing. There's still no preview, doesn't change, but yeah, as you can see, there is this thing here. So now, why do we still this thing here? Why do we still have to write content? It's because we didn't add this as a search location with the modify thing. You remember here, that's the thing. If we add this file location, this folder in modify, if we add this here, you wouldn't have to write content, but since it's not here, yeah, we still have to write content, but at least we are able to search for that using the content keyword because we added now the PHP. So for everything you want to be able to search, you have to make sure that there's the file corresponding file extension available in the index option for Windows. So it's a little bit complicated, not too complicated. I mean, as a developer, even as a basic developer, you should be able to do that. For normal users, normally you don't need that, because I think for TXT it's already there. Probably for DOC, I mean Word documents, it's already there. Yeah, you just have to know how this works. So yeah, you need this option and you need the content, and with both options together you should be able to use that also for basic web development, for basic programming, so you don't have to install the Visual Studio. And yeah, for me that definitely helps, and I hope I was able to help you too. So if you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.